I could make several comments about how Universal Pictures were too preoccupied with whether or not they could make more Jurassic Park sequels that they didn't stop and think about whether or not they should, but that argument has already been exhausted from the previous divisive film in the franchise Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. But predictably, like the first Jurassic World movie that made over $1.6 billion, Fallen Kingdom made over $1.3 billion. There was inevitably going to be a third Jurassic World and an overall sixth installment in the franchise. What couldn't be predicted was just how bad that sixth and promised final, though with the early box office results very strong, I wouldn't bet on not seeing a seventh one installment would actually be, as the director of the film that brought Jurassic World into theaters in 2015 returns after missing the middle installment. In a franchise and story that is reliant on the concept that dinosaurs have returned to the planet after a 65 million year hiatus, it is baffling and frankly absurd that the very dinosaurs that are meant to be front and center are upended in their own movies by giant locusts of all things. But alas, that is the central conflict in Jurassic World Dominion. Since we last saw the state of the world from Fallen Kingdom, dinosaurs had officially entered the ecosystem, and remarkably, not much has changed despite reclaiming their top spot on the food chain. Dinosaurs appear to be less of the apex predators than the occasional nuisance for people doing their jobs, whether that's crab fishing and having a mosasaurus crunch your entire haul, or a T-Rex spoiling your evening out at the drive-in movies. The biggest problem the film presents is that there appears to be a growing threat of these giant locusts that are attacking crop fields, but not the ones that are planted with seeds from a leading biotech corporation, so you know exactly who the villains of this story are going to be. Turns out, the locusts eating all the crops have ancient DNA not found in earlier generations of locusts, as discovered by paleobotanist Dr. Ellie Sadler. On the absolute other side of the movie, the ones with actual living dinosaurs in it is Claire and Owen Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt, respectively, who are held up in the woods protecting the cloned daughter of the estate that released all the dinosaurs from the first movie. Turns out the same shady biotech corporation wants the cloned daughter, though they can evolve the dinosaurs and locusts and control the world's food supply. And of course, the two groups of characters ended up meeting in the most forced corporate synergy possibly ever seen. Screenwriting. Turns out anyone can do it, and anyone can do it poorly.